stream here. So we're gonna be taking a virtual vacation to the moon tonight. That's gonna be pretty cool. I actually started it earlier, and I made a new ChatGPT that's supposed to show things in first person mode here. So it should be pretty exciting here. Try to update the playlist link with the new one. So let's get into it here. So this is a virtual vacations anywhere, anywhen. Is the new GPT I made. So yeah, let's hop into it here. So it said take me to the moon in 2100, and here we go.
You find yourself on the moon in the year 2100. The view is awe-inspiring. Earth shines brilliantly in the distance, its vibrant colors contrasting with the stark, gray lunar landscape. Around you are futuristic lunar bases, featuring sleek metallic structures, large domes, and expansive solar panels. Astronauts in advanced spacesuits work diligently on various tasks, while a rover traverses the rugged terrain nearby. The sky above is a deep black, speckled with countless stars, offering a sense of tranquility and wonder. What would you like to do next? Explore a lunar base, chat with an astronaut, take a ride on the rover, or something else?
So I said let's ride the rover. And
You're now riding a lunar rover across the moon's rocky and dusty surface. The rover's futuristic dashboard displays various controls and data, while spacesuits and helmets hang inside. As you drive, the path ahead leads toward a lunar base, with its solar panels and domes growing larger as you approach. The Earth hangs beautifully in the black sky, adding to the vast, silent atmosphere. What would you like to do next? Continue exploring the lunar base, stop to examine the lunar surface, or something else?
one thing I noticed, it seems like it's having trouble. Like it made several moons, and like what's supposed to be the Earth is a moon too, even though we're on the moon. But anyway, the rest of it looks really cool. I think like the trails for the road that we go down, like I guess where the rovers I assume are going, and then the lunar base. I think this has turned out pretty cool.
You're now on the moon's surface, digging into the rocky, dusty terrain with a futuristic tool. Your gloved hands maneuver the equipment as small particles of lunar dust float gently in the low gravity. Vast lunar landscape stretches out before you, with craters and hills in the distance, and a lunar base faintly visible. Earth hovers majestically in the black sky, adding to the surreal experience. What would you like to do next? Continue digging, collect lunar samples, head back to the lunar base, or something else?
So back there, I chose to dig, and then it's like, let's throw some dirt in there and see what happens, or see how it reacts.
You throw a handful of lunar dirt into the air and watch as the particles float and spread out slowly in the low gravity. The display is mesmerizing against the backdrop of the rocky lunar landscape, with the distant lunar base and Earth hanging in the black sky. The sight is both surreal and captivating, a true testament to the unique environment of the moon. What would you like to do next? Explore further? Collect some samples? Return to the rover? Or something else?
I guess what would happen? I don't think they'd float there, but they would fall much more slowly. They'd probably rise up much higher, and be probably almost like watching it in slow motion. I think so. That could be like the description said that like floating there could be a way to describe that, but they're not gonna continue to float though. So, okay, let's see if okay, so nobody's on, so I guess I'll continue doing my own thing. What?
You peer into the bottom of the hole you've dug on the moon's surface, your gloved hands carefully examining the rocky, dusty terrain. Small rocks and pebbles are scattered around, illuminated by your flashlight and advanced tools. The faint outlines of the lunar landscape and distant Earth add to the atmosphere of discovery and intrigue. What would you like to do next? Collect some samples, return to the rover, head back to the lunar base, or something else?
They need to give this like longer descriptions, I guess. May need to tweak it this way. This is basically a new version that I tweaked based on what I had before, and it is giving vivid descriptions. I guess that picture's not very good, but this is kind of stretching it here too. So, I mean, it's cool image and be a nice piece of artwork, actually. Actually, be a really nice piece of artwork, I think. Yeah, but that's not realistic. But it would be a nice piece of artwork, though. Yeah, we're going for realistic here too. So let's see. Let's go to the lunar base. That'd be cool. Also, I'm kind of curious to like how Chat GPT might envision that it's being sustained and stuff. Like, how do we get food, water, air, and all that, and block the radiation?
You enter the futuristic lunar base through a sleek metallic airlock equipped with control panels and safety measures. Inside, the base features large domes with panoramic windows showcasing the stunning lunar landscape and Earth hanging in the sky. Advanced laboratories buzz with activity, while modern living quarters offer comfort and style. Astronauts are busy with various tasks, creating a high tech and organized atmosphere. What would you like to do next? Explore the laboratories, check out the living quarters, talk to the astronauts, or something else?
That looks cool.
You step into the living quarters of the lunar base, where modern furnishings and comfortable seating create a welcoming environment. Advanced technology is seamlessly integrated into the walls and surfaces, while large windows offer breathtaking views of the lunar landscape and Earth. Personal items and plants add a touch of home, making the space feel cozy and well organized, with soft lighting and a peaceful ambience. What would you like to do next? Relax and enjoy the view, explore more of the base, talk to some astronauts, or something else?
Curious to see what it says about this here.
You approach one of the astronauts and strike up a conversation about the life support system in the lunar base. The astronaut, in a sleek and advanced spacesuit, is more than happy to explain. Welcome to our home on the moon. The life support system here is quite advanced. We use a combination of water recycling, air filtration, and temperature control to create a comfortable and sustainable environment. Our water recycling system purifies and reuses water from various sources, including condensation and waste. For air, we have sophisticated filters that remove CO2 and other impurities, ensuring we always have fresh oxygen to breathe. The temperature is regulated to maintain a comfortable climate inside the base, despite the harsh conditions outside. The astronaut shows you some of the key components, including the air filtration units and water recycling systems, integrated seamlessly into the base's infrastructure. What would you like to do next? Explore the life support system further? Visit another part of the base? Or something else?
This will be interesting. So, asking it to describe how the air filtering works and how the thing's made. This may actually help us make such a thing. Right, I think we've already got that on the space stations and stuff, so.
You ask the astronaut to explain how the air filtering system works and how it's made. Sure, our air filtering system is designed to ensure we have a continuous supply of clean, breathable air. Here's how it works. 1. Collection and filtering. The air inside the base is constantly circulated through a series of filters. These filters capture dust, bacteria, and other particles. The first stage involves a mechanical filter that removes larger particles. 2. Chemical scrubbing. After the mechanical filtration, the air passes through a chemical scrubber. This scrubber uses a material called lithium hydroxide to absorb carbon dioxide, CO2, from the air. This process is crucial because high levels of CO2 can be harmful. 3. Oxygen generation. The scrubbed air is then enriched with oxygen. We use electrolysis to split water into hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen is added back into the air supply, while the hydrogen is safely vented outside. Number 4. HEPA and UV filters. Finally, the air passes through HEPA, high efficiency particulate air filters, and UV light chambers. HEPA filters capture tiny particles, while UV light kills any remaining bacteria and viruses, ensuring the air is sterile. The components are made from advanced, lightweight materials designed to withstand the lunar environment. For instance, the scrubbers use a durable, corrosion resistant alloy to handle the chemical reactions without degrading. The filters are made from high strength polymers and nanomaterials to trap even the smallest particles effectively. Overall, the system is highly automated and monitored continuously to maintain optimal air quality. What would you like to do next? Explore another part of the base, learn about a different system, or something else?
Wow, that actually sounds plausible. I don't know about the lithium hydroxide. That probably is a thing that. Wait, or lithium. I don't know if that's what it was. It's lithium something. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I'd have to research and see if that's done already and if there's like a mix of new ideas in here. No, HEPA filters aren't new, but putting all that together might be, or that might be how the International Space Station works. It's interesting about doing electrolysis on water to get oxygen. I'm not sure if that's done on the International Space Station or not, and then vent out the hydrogen. That's actually you could probably even use the hydrogen for rocket fuel. That's interesting. And eventually you'd use up your water doing that too. So unless there's a source of water on the moon, then that might be viable to do that. Huh. That's got me thinking a little bit. It's possible there's water underground, or and I think they found it in shaded craters and stuff that are permanently shaded. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so guess you need air, then you need water. So let's figure out how it does water. Could be delivered from Earth or sourced on the moon. Let's see what it says.
You ask the astronaut how water is supplied to the lunar base. Water supply is a critical aspect of sustaining life on the moon. Here are the main methods we use to obtain and manage water. 1. Extraction from lunar ice. The moon has deposits of water ice, particularly at its poles. We have set up extraction facilities that use heat to melt the ice, which is then purified and stored. This process involves robotic miners and automated processing units to collect and transport the ice to our base. 2. Recycling. Water recycling is essential for sustainability. We recycle water from various sources, including urine, sweat, and humidity in the air. This water goes through a rigorous purification process involving multi-stage filtration, distillation, and chemical treatment to ensure it is safe for consumption and use. 3. Transport from Earth. Initially and for backup, we also transport water from Earth. This is done using supply missions that bring water in highly efficient, lightweight containers. These missions are less frequent as our in situ resource utilization improves. 4. Hydrogen and oxygen combination. We also produce water by combining hydrogen and oxygen, which are byproducts of other processes like oxygen generation. This method uses electrolysis to split water into hydrogen and oxygen and then recombines them when needed. The water extraction and recycling systems are made from advanced, durable materials capable of handling the harsh lunar environment. For instance, the water extraction units use high temperature resistant alloys, and the recycling systems are built with high efficiency, contamination resistant materials to ensure the highest purity standards. What would you like to do next? Explore another system in the base, visit a different area, or something else?
Then the next thing would be food. And see, I guess you'd have to. I guess airtight stuff's probably. I guess that would be a fair deal, but I mean, we do that on the space stations and stuff like that already. So let's look at food next. I guess that'd be the next important thing to survival. And so would radiation shielding. So let's look at those too. But that's cool. Yep, we got the water ice and transport from Earth, and just what I thought about. And then, yeah, it's talking about like reusing, like recycling water on the base too. So it's pretty cool. It's one other thing that sounded a little off. Like I think transfer. I guess if you ever had too much oxygen, I don't think that happened. But then you could electrolyze it back into, or not electrolyze it, or you could just ignite it and turn it back into water. I guess but that's hydrogen. So scrubbed air. Oh, it seems like it got a little. Oh, wait. Let's see. Hydrogen and oxygen combination. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, if you had a, yeah, if you did have an overabundance of oxygen, yeah, you could do that. Okay, so let's see about the food. Aeroponics? Hmm, interesting.
You asked the astronaut about how the food system is managed on the lunar base. Managing food on the moon requires a combination of advanced technology and careful planning. Here's how we handle it. 1. Hydroponic farming. We grow a significant portion of our food using hydroponics, a method that allows plants to grow in nutrient rich water without soil. This system is set up in large, climate controlled domes where we can cultivate a variety of vegetables, fruits, and herbs. LED lights simulate sunlight, and automated systems monitor and adjust nutrient levels and water supply to ensure optimal growth. 2. Aeroponics. Similar to hydroponics, aeroponics involves growing plants with their roots suspended in the air, misted with nutrient solutions. This method uses less water and can be more efficient in a low gravity environment. 3. Food storage. We store a variety of prepackaged and freeze dried foods brought from Earth. These supplies are kept in specialized storage units that control temperature and humidity to extend shelf life. Advanced packaging helps preserve the nutrients and flavor of the food for long periods. 4. Recycling organic waste. Organic waste from food preparation and consumption is recycled. We have bioreactors that break down organic matter into usable compost, which is then used to fertilize our hydroponic and aeroponic systems. This creates a closed loop system, minimizing waste and enhancing sustainability. 5. Supplementary supplies. Occasionally, we receive supplementary food supplies from Earth. These missions provide us with a variety of foods to ensure a balanced diet and include items that might be challenging to grow or store long term on the moon. 6. Nutrient management. Our diet is carefully monitored to ensure we receive all necessary nutrients. Nutrient deficiencies can be a concern in space, so we use supplements and fortified foods to maintain health. Would you like to see how these systems work in person or explore another part of the base?
And feel free, yeah, welcome everyone. Feel free to suggest things to do here on the lunar base in 2100. That's what we're exploring right now. So we actually explored how to, or kind of exploring how this could be built and set up in real life. So we're kind of asking a astronaut to explain this currently. So this may give us some ideas for a real moon base in the future.
You ask the astronaut to explain how the lunar base is protected from radiation. Radiation shielding is crucial for our safety on the moon due to the lack of a protective atmosphere and magnetic field. Here's how we manage it. 1. Regolith shielding. We use lunar regolith, the loose material covering the moon's surface, as a primary shielding material. The base's walls are constructed with thick layers of regolith, either packed into modular blocks or used as a loose covering over habitats. This material effectively blocks harmful solar and cosmic radiation. 2. Water shielding. Water is an excellent radiation shield. We store water in tanks integrated into the walls and ceilings of the living quarters and workspaces. These tanks not only provide necessary water supply, but also add an extra layer of protection against radiation. 3. Hydrogen-rich materials. Some of the materials used in the construction of the base, such as polyethylene, contain hydrogen, which is effective at absorbing radiation. These materials are incorporated into the structure of the base, particularly in areas where extra protection is needed. 4. Active shielding. We also explore advanced technologies like active shielding, which uses electromagnetic fields to deflect charged particles. This technology is still in experimental stages, but shows promise for future enhancements. Number 5. Design and layout. The base's design minimizes radiation exposure by placing critical areas like sleeping quarters and medical facilities in the most shielded parts of the structure. We also use modular designs that allow us to reconfigure and add extra layers of protection as needed. These measures work together to create a safe and habitable environment on the moon. What would you like to do next? Explore another part of the base, learn about another system, or something else?
I also asked it how the base is built, so let's explore that answer.
You ask the astronaut about the construction of the lunar base. The construction of our lunar base was an incredible feat, combining advanced technology and innovative techniques. Here's how it was done. 1. Robotic precursor missions. Before humans arrived, robotic missions were sent to the moon to scout locations, prepare the site, and begin initial construction. These robots used 3D printing technology to create basic structures from lunar regolith.
Hmm. Yep.
2. Modular construction. The base was built using modular components that were prefabricated on Earth and then transported to the moon. These modules include living quarters, laboratories, and other essential facilities. Once delivered, they were assembled on site, like a high-tech version of building with blocks. 3. In situ resource utilization, ISRU. To minimize the amount of material that needed to be transported from Earth, we used local resources as much as possible. This included using lunar regolith for building materials and extracting water from lunar ice deposits. 4. 3D printing. Advanced 3D printing technology played a crucial role. Large-scale 3D printers used lunar regolith to print structural components and even furniture. This method allowed us to create strong, durable structures with materials readily available on the moon. 5. Inflatable habitats. Some sections of the base were built using inflatable modules that were compact during transport and expanded once on the moon. These modules were then covered with layers of regolith for radiation protection. 6. Human and robotic collaboration. Once the basic structures were in place, human crews arrived to finish the construction, setting up systems, making connections, and ensuring everything was operational. They worked alongside robots, which handled heavy lifting and precision tasks. 7. Continuous upgrades. The base is designed to be modular and upgradable. As new technology becomes available or more resources are extracted, we can expand and improve the facilities. This ensures the base remains state-of-the-art and can support growing needs. What would you like to do next? Explore another system in the base, visit a different area, or something else?
Lunar hikes. That would be cool. Astronomy sessions.
You ask one of the astronauts what activities are available for fun on the lunar base. The astronaut smiles and says, "We have quite a few ways to relax and enjoy our time here, even on the moon. Here are some of the activities we engage in. 1. Virtual reality. We have state-of-the-art VR systems that allow us to experience everything from virtual beaches to games and simulations. It's a great way to unwind and feel like you're back on Earth or exploring other worlds. 2. Lunar hikes. Going for a walk on the lunar surface is an incredible experience. We suit up and explore the craters and hills, enjoying the low gravity and unique landscape. It's like hiking on Earth, but with a truly otherworldly twist. 3. Astronomy sessions. The lack of atmosphere makes the moon an ideal place for stargazing. We have telescopes set up for both professional observations and personal enjoyment. The views of stars, planets, and distant galaxies are unmatched. 4. Exercise facilities. Keeping fit is important in low gravity, so we have a well-equipped gym with machines designed for the lunar environment. Exercising is not just essential for health, but also a great way to relieve stress. 5. Creative activities. Many of us bring hobbies from Earth. We have communal areas for drawing, painting, writing, and even music. It's a wonderful way to express creativity and share our talents. 6. Social gatherings. We often have movie nights, game nights, and other social events. It helps build camaraderie and keeps morale high. We can stream movies, play board games, and just relax together. 7. Research and exploration. For many of us, the work itself is fun. Exploring the moon, conducting experiments, and making new discoveries are thrilling and fulfilling activities. Would you like to try any of these activities or explore something else?
And anybody here want to do anything? And I'll continue until I see a comment. Otherwise, like make sure comments are turned on here. Yep. Okay. I think a hike and some experimentation might be pretty cool. I'm curious about the caves too. That'd be really cool. I think they're supposed to be. Yep, lava tubes. Yep.
You asked the astronaut if there are any caves nearby that you could explore. Absolutely. There are several lava tubes and caves on the moon that make for fascinating exploration. These caves were formed by ancient volcanic activity and offer a unique environment to study and enjoy. Here are a few we sometimes explore. 1. Lunar lava tubes. These are large tunnels formed by flowing lava. They can extend for miles and provide natural shelter from radiation and micrometeorites. Some of them are close to our base, and they're great for geological studies and adventure. 2. Craters with caves. Some of the craters have caves along their walls or floors. These can be a bit more challenging to access, but they offer incredible views and interesting rock formations. 3. Collapsed lava tubes. Occasionally, we find sections where the roof of a lava tube has collapsed, creating openings that lead into the tube. These spots are intriguing and give us insight into the moon's volcanic past. Exploring these caves is both thrilling and scientifically valuable. We always ensure safety protocols are followed, using advanced equipment to navigate and map these underground environments. Would you like to prepare for a cave exploration or choose a different activity? You enter the lunar lava tube, the rugged, rocky interior illuminated by your flashlight. The tube's undulating walls and dusty floor create an eerie, quiet atmosphere. Advanced equipment and tools are visible, with sensors and mapping devices attached to the walls, helping you navigate and study the environment. The entrance to the tube is faintly visible in the distance, with the lunar surface and Earth peeking through. What would you like to do next? Explore deeper into the tube, examine specific features, or head back to the surface? You take a closer look at the wall near the top of the lunar lava tube. The rocky surface reveals intricate details of ancient volcanic activity, with layers of hardened lava, small crevices, and unique formations. Your gloved hands hold onto the wall for support as your flashlight illuminates the fascinating textures and patterns. Advanced equipment is visible, aiding in the study of these geological features. The atmosphere is quiet and mysterious, with faint reflections of light adding to the intrigue. What would you like to do next? Continue exploring the lava tube, examine specific formations more closely, or head back to the surface.
I'm kind of curious how deep the tubes are. Probably very based on lava tube.
You make your way to the bottom of the deep lunar lava tube. The rocky, uneven floor is marked by layers of ancient lava flows and small pebbles. Your gloved hands grip the flashlight, illuminating the path ahead and the surrounding rock walls. Advanced tools and equipment aid in mapping and exploration. The atmosphere is dark and eerie, with a palpable sense of depth and isolation. The entry to the lava tube is no longer visible, emphasizing the remoteness of your location. What would you like to do next? Explore further into the depths, examine specific geological features, or head back to the surface.
Curious if life could exist there. Especially like in the ground or whatever.
At the deepest portion of the lunar lava tube, the rocky walls narrow, creating a tight passage adorned with ancient, layered rock formations and mineral deposits. Your gloved hands hold a flashlight, illuminating the confined space and revealing small crystals and unique geological features. Advanced sensors and mapping devices assist in exploring and documenting this hidden area. The atmosphere is dark and mysterious, with a strong sense of discovery. What would you like to do next? Continue examining these features, explore another area, or head back to the surface.
Curious to see what happens with this here.
In the deepest portion of the lunar lava tube, you dig into the rocky floor with advanced tools. Your gloved hands carefully reveal potential signs of past or current life and search for water ice. Small samples of rock and dust, some showing crystalline structures, are collected. The flashlight illuminates the intricate details of the samples, while advanced equipment for analysis is set up nearby. What would you like to do next? Analyze the samples here, bring them back to the base for further study, or explore another area.
So we probably want to take them back to the base for, well, we may have really advanced tools they could just do it on site in the future too. Kind of want to stay in the lava tube for now and see if there's anything else we want to do here.
You set up your portable lab equipment and sensors in the deepest portion of the lunar lava tube, carefully analyzing the collected samples for signs of past or current life. Your gloved hands manipulate advanced analytical tools, examining the crystalline structures and minute particles illuminated by your flashlight. Real-time data appears on the tablet display you hold, creating an atmosphere of scientific focus and anticipation. What would you like to do next? Continue the analysis, report the findings back to the base, or explore another area?
Actually, kind of wanted to theorize on if there is life there. Let's try that.
You complete the analysis of the samples using the portable lab equipment and sensors. The results are displayed on your tablet. 1. Crystalline structures. The samples contain complex crystalline structures formed over millions of years. These structures provide insight into the moon's geological history, but show no signs of biological origin. 2. Mineral composition. The samples include various minerals, such as olivine and pyroxene, typical of lunar basalt. Traces of rare elements suggest past volcanic activity, but no organic compounds are detected. 3. Water ice. Minute traces of water ice are present in the samples, indicating that ice deposits might exist deeper within the lava tube or in more shaded areas. This finding is promising for future resource utilization. 4. Microscopic analysis. No signs of past or current microbial life are found. The environment appears to be sterile, with no evidence of biological activity. The findings confirm the presence of interesting geological features and trace amounts of water ice, but no direct signs of life. What would you like to do next? Report these findings back to the base, continue exploring the lava tube, or undertake another activity?
And that is actually quite a likely finding. Kind of curious if being in a lava tube would have removed any possible water, though. So maybe there'd be no water ice in a lava tube, but deep under the surface, like just in the surface in general, there might be water. There could be. Really makes you think, actually. Imagine there may be more water deeper. I guess we'll see if it says that, and ask the astronauts also if there may be lunar worms like earthworms, kind of like.
You return to the futuristic lunar base, the sleek metallic structures coming into view. Carrying the analyzed samples, you enter the base where advanced lab equipment and other astronauts await, ready to assist in reporting your findings. The atmosphere is filled with scientific collaboration and excitement. After reporting the results, you prepare to take a deep core sample from the lunar soil. Specialized drilling equipment is set up outside the base, ready for this important task. What would you like to do next? Proceed with drilling the deep core sample, explore another area, or undertake a different activity?
Yep, that's what I would have thought. Oh yeah, water in the deeper layers.
You operate the advanced drilling equipment, extracting a long, cylindrical core sample from the rocky lunar surface outside the base. As the drill descends, the core sample segments reveal layers of soil and rock. Notably, as the depth increases, there are visible signs of water ice in the deeper layers. Scientific instruments are set up on site to analyze the sample, providing real time data on the water content and geological features. What would you like to do next? Continue analyzing the core sample here? Report the findings to the base? Or explore another area? You approach one of the base's astronomers to discuss the possibility of finding biological life, such as earthworms deep underground on the moon. The astronomer, adjusting his high tech equipment, shares his thoughts. The moon is a harsh environment for life as we know it, especially for complex organisms like earthworms. The surface is exposed to extreme temperatures, radiation, and lacks an atmosphere. However, the discovery of water ice in deep lunar layers suggests that there might be niches where primitive life forms could theoretically exist. If life were to be found, it would most likely be microbial. These microbes would have to be incredibly resilient, capable of surviving in extreme conditions. The presence of water ice is a promising indicator because on Earth, where there is water, there is often life. Still, the moon's environment is significantly different from Earth's, so the likelihood of finding earthworm like organisms is very slim. Nonetheless, our exploration and analysis are crucial. By studying the moon's geology and potential water sources, we can learn more about its history and the broader possibilities for life in our solar system. What would you like to do next? Continue the discussion with the astronomer, analyze more samples, or explore another area?
Thinking now it's time to go have some fun. I was thinking maybe we could go golfing. That would be pretty cool. If there's any other activities you want to do, let me know. Otherwise, I'll continue with golfing. That would be cool. Well, let's say, well, I think y'all know we're still on the moon. And I guess the ball go a whole lot further, probably due to the gravity. Yep.
You step onto the rocky, dusty lunar surface, ready for a round of golf. Wearing your high tech spacesuit, you grip the golf club and prepare to swing. The golf ball is set on the ground, with Earth beautifully visible in the black sky. The futuristic lunar base structures provide a unique backdrop, and the low gravity promises a spectacular high, floating trajectory for the golf ball. The atmosphere is one of leisure and fun. What would you like to do next? Continue golfing, explore another activity, or head back to the base? You take a deep breath, adjust your stance, and swing your golf club with all your might. In the moon's low gravity, your 100-yard drive on Earth translates into an incredible distance here. The ball soars high and far, gracefully floating through the air. Without air resistance, it travels significantly further, easily reaching several hundred yards before finally landing on the dusty lunar surface. What would you like to do next? Continue golfing, retrieve the ball, explore another area, or return to the base?
Yep, that's about what I think would happen. Actually, let's see how high I can jump. I could probably jump about maybe a foot here and not all that athletic. Let's see.
On the moon, where gravity is about one-sixth that of Earth, you should be able to jump approximately 6 times higher. If you can jump about a foot on Earth, you should be able to jump around 6 feet on the moon. Let's give it a try. You bend your knees and push off the lunar surface with a powerful jump. Instantly, You feel the reduced gravity lift you much higher than usual. You ascend about 6 feet into the air, experiencing a slow, graceful rise before gently floating back down to the dusty surface. What would you like to do next? Continue jumping, explore another activity, or head back to the base?
This would be cool. Try to do a flip. Yeah, that'd probably be kind of dangerous, but hey, we're in virtual virtual land here, so we could do that.
You gather your courage and attempt a flip. The low gravity makes it easier than expected, and you find yourself mid flip, experiencing a moment of weightlessness. Your gloved hands and suited legs are visible as you rotate, with the rocky, dusty lunar surface below. The craters and hills add to the stunning backdrop, while Earth hangs prominently in the black sky. The futuristic lunar base structures can be seen in the distance, making the scene even more surreal and exhilarating. What would you like to do next? Continue performing flips, explore another activity, or head back to the base?
So, yep, observing the view from top of one of the hills here.
You climb to the top of a hill on the moon, and the view is breathtaking. The rocky, dusty lunar surface stretches out below, with craters and other hills dotting the landscape. Earth hangs beautifully in the black sky, while the futuristic lunar base structures are visible from this elevated perspective. Your gloved hands rest on the rocky ground as you take in the awe inspiring and tranquil scene, appreciating the vastness and beauty of the lunar landscape. What would you like to do next? Continue exploring, take some photos, or head back to the base?
Kind of did that sideways, but
You stand at the top edge of a large crater, peering down into its depths. The rocky and dusty lunar surface slopes steeply into the crater, revealing layered rock formations and deep shadows that highlight its immense depth. Your gloved hands and suited legs are visible as you balance at the edge, gazing into the rugged terrain below. Earth is visible in the black sky, while distant lunar hills and base structures can be seen, adding to the sense of awe and curiosity. What would you like to do next? Explore the crater further, return to the base, or undertake another activity?
I'm curious if it'd be dust there, if it'd be rock, or what. May depend on the crater, too. Imagine there'd be dust at the very bottom of it that's got knocked into it, like on the inside of the crater.
You closely examine the ground at the top edge of the lunar crater. The rocky, dusty surface is scattered with small rocks and pebbles, showing signs of ancient impacts. Your gloved hands and suited legs are visible as you illuminate the area with a flashlight. The Earth is beautifully visible in the black sky, and the steep slope leading down into the crater is nearby, with distant lunar hills adding to the scene. The atmosphere is one of detailed observation and scientific curiosity. What would you like to do next? Head inside the crater, continue observing the area, or choose a different activity?
Doesn't look quite right, but it's more like a canyon.
You carefully make your way halfway down the slope inside the large lunar crater. The rocky and dusty walls reveal layers of ancient rock formations and mineral deposits. Your gloved hands and suited legs grip the rocky surface for balance as your flashlight illuminates the path, highlighting the textures of the crater walls. The Earth is visible in the black sky above, and the top edge of the crater can be seen, adding to the sense of exploration and discovery. What would you like to do next? Continue descending into the crater, examine the rock formations more closely, or head back to the surface?
I guess we don't really have good images of this stuff, so guess it's doing probably like its best to do generate images of things that we don't really know what they look like yet. Now that looks more realistic.
You reach the bottom of the large lunar crater. The rocky and dusty crater floor is scattered with small rocks and debris. The steep walls rise around you, revealing layers of ancient rock formations. Standing on the crater floor, you look up towards the rim, where Earth is visible in the black sky. The atmosphere is one of awe and solitude, emphasizing the vast and rugged terrain. What would you like to do next? Explore the crater floor, take some samples, or return to the base?
I don't know if material is really the right word, but like, is it rock? Is it dust? Oh, it's I think it did say rocky and dusty already. Let's take a closer look. And that actually does seem about right. That it probably would be rocky and dusty, where the walls would be more solid rock, probably.
You examine the floor of the large lunar crater, focusing on the rocky and dusty surface scattered with small rocks, pebbles, and fine lunar regolith. Using advanced tools and a flashlight, you illuminate the area and analyze the material. The steep walls of the crater surround you, revealing layers of ancient rock formations. The atmosphere is filled with scientific curiosity and exploration as you study the intricate details of the crater floor. What would you like to do next? Continue analyzing the material, collect some samples, or head back to the base? You're inside the rocket as it blasts off from the moon, headed back to Earth. Your gloved hands grip the controls, and you watch the rocky, dusty lunar surface rapidly recede below. The lunar base structures become smaller as the rocket ascends. The curvature of the moon is visible, with Earth hanging majestically in the black sky. The atmosphere is filled with excitement and anticipation, capturing the moment of departure and the journey back home. What would you like to do next? Enjoy the view during the journey, prepare for reentry, or something else?
So we're going on. Granted, we're in the year 2100 still. Oh man, it looks like it's still on the surface there.
From
Yeah,
about a
well,
mile above the moon's surface, the view is breathtaking. The rocky, dusty lunar landscape stretches out below, with craters and hills clearly visible. The lunar base structures appear small from this altitude. Your gloved hands are near the window as you gaze out, with Earth hanging prominently in the black sky. This vantage point highlights the vastness and desolation of the moon, offering a profound sense of awe and perspective on your journey back to Earth. What would you like to do next? Continue enjoying the view, prepare for reentry, or explore another activity?
okay, and I guess before I end it here, does anybody have anything else they want to do? We can go back to the moon and do something there real quick, or we can do something silly in the spaceship, or whatever. I'll give y'all a couple, or like maybe a minute to comment here. And otherwise, thank you for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'll give it a little bit, see if actually let me see if anybody's on. Yep. And thank y'all for watching. Trying to think of something. Ooh, I know. Open a bag of chips. Here we go. Recreate something from The Simpsons. Let's do that. Oh man.
You decide to open a bag of potato chips during your journey back to Earth. As you tear open the bag, you immediately notice the effects of microgravity. The chips don't stay put inside the bag. Instead, they begin to float out and drift around the cabin. It's both fascinating and amusing to see the chips suspended in the air, gently moving with any slight currents or movements you make. What would you like to do next? Continue enjoying the microgravity experience, prepare for reentry, or something else?
That's pretty epic. Yep, that reminds me of the Simpsons episode. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here unless you have something else real quick you want me to do. So yep, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Have a good night. Trying to really figure out how to. There we go.